good evening, good morning, good night, you lovelies. It is the one, the only Cappy D Barr, and we are here to talk about the travesty that is fucking World Wrestling Federation. Okay, I just got done sitting through Smackdown. I couldn't be more fucking upset, and I really just want to break everything down to its finest detail. Its finest detail, right? Why is Cody Rhodes? Why is Cody Rhodes an Elimination Chamber match? Is it because you niggas can't sell tickets? Is maybe that's why? Is it because WrestleMania season is in the garbage? We are in mid-February. There is nothing going on for WrestleMania. And I joke and I kid that I'm being surveillanced on this podcast, but did I not release a fucking where the fuck is WrestleMania? What was that, the Tuesday of last week? The Wednesday of this week? We get a fucking... Come to find out what Thursday or Wednesday of last week, they have a meeting about WrestleMania. And that just hits the airwaves like a nuke. I mean, am I crazy? Or maybe it was this week. Listen, I can be getting my weeks mixed up here. I'm doing a lot of work, doing a lot of videos. Dude, these guys are so feckless and creatively bankrupt. Listen, triple threats after you bench your fucking roster for 90% of your fucking wrestling season is so insane. It's quite literally like the Patriots benching their starters for like 90% of the fucking season. And then the second the playoffs hit, all right, guys, go out there with all that rust that they have on them. You're not playing any of these people. Like, there was an insane botch last week on Smackdown for Tiffany Stratton. This week, thank God there wasn't any insane botches. And, like I said, more wrestling than a taping of Collision or Dynamite. It is what it is. We're not going to get too much into that. I really can't understand the stories going into any of this, though. When it comes to Rhea and Io, when it comes to Alexa Bliss, where is Charlotte Flair? Is Charlotte Flair injured? Is Charlotte Flair on this Bianca Belair tour where she's just not going to talk about not wrestling anymore? And, you know, all respect to Bianca. Hopefully, you know, it's something like joyful and something, hopefully some good news, right? Like, you know, pregnancy or whatever, right? But when I tell you the lack of depth that this roster has without women like Charlotte, without women like Naomi, without women like Bianca, it's floundering. It's floundering. One of the fucking first matches is Zelina, Julia, or Gulia, you know, depending on who you ask, and Alexa Bliss. And I think, you know what's so funny? I think Charlotte Flair was on ringside for this, maybe? Maybe she was at ringside for this? I don't know, man. I can't even fucking remember. All I remember is Zelina, you know, giving Kiana a real swift one to the jaw. And then that allowed Alexa, you know, to, you know, I don't even know if it was a fruit roll-up, but she took the opportunity, right? She was a bit of an opportunist, and she got the 1, 2, 3. I don't know what kind of momentum Alexa Bliss is holding right now. It could be different if they were building her to something like, you know, a world title reign, something that everybody wants for Alexa Bliss, you know, but they haven't given that to her, so she's just kind of fodder. Is she like Damian Priest of the women's elimination chamber? Is that what we're doing? Alexa, is that what we're gonna do? Oh my god. All right. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not talking about that Rey Fenix match. I'm not talking about it. Listen, Rey Fenix and Trick Williams faced against each other 3 weeks ago. I'm not talking about it. Listen, the Trick Williams promo, amazing. But who's surprised by Trick Williams being one of the better parts of the SmackDown? Who? Not me. Tell you that much, not me. All right, let's try to take life. All right, let's try to take flight. All right, for SmackDown. All right, February 13th, 2026. I tried my best, guys. I really did. I really tried my fucking best with this SmackDown. But like, you can't explain or excuse some of this shit. WrestleMania 43 is in the fucking shitter. It's in the shitter because they want your money. All right, the IRS wants your money. This administration wants your money. And now the World Wrestling Federation want your money. All right, it's an absolute capitalist dystopia we're fucking living in right now. $10,000 to watch Damian Priest and Jey Uso in a fucking no-holds-barred street match. What are we doing? Like, when you really think about it, they are robbing people blind. Quite literally, you're robbing people. How are you rich and you're robbing people? That's how these niggas is moving. And listen, if you guys are entertained, all right, by a Cody Rhodes build with no kind of end story, that's great. That's awesome. Hey guys, more power to you. More power to you. But if we're not going to see a new star emerge from this elimination chamber, we won't, then I don't know what the point of this is. That's what the elimination chamber is for. Do you guys remember many moons ago when it was only Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho, a very fairly new Chris Jericho, only about 2 to 3 years inside the Federation, and they had a damn near 5-star classic for, was it the world title, the big gold at that time? Where is that kind of vigor in that creative room? Is that kind of vigor even possible anymore? You know what I mean? Like, even going into the 2010s, there were some amazing fucking elimination chambers involving Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Jeff Hardy. And maybe it's just a caliber of wrestler that was there back then, but I know a nigga like Axiom can perform in the elimination chamber. And it's so disheartening that someone like an Axiom, fuck it, Johnny Gargano, just put The Rock, see what happens. Why can't any of these bench players get any playing time? Like, they get no playing time, and then we end up with the same stale rehash stories. People are tired of Cody. People are tired of Sammy. I love Sammy. Again, he's an amazing person. Honestly, he is way too fucking good for that company. Way too good for that company. What is he doing with this underdog, I'm gonna do it one day storyline? Same situation with LA Knight. LA Knight, you can't have somebody continuously be the underdog, and now we're in our decade, we're in our 10th year of this shit. We're in like the 10th year of Sammy almost getting it, almost being there. It's bad storytelling. That's why when Trick goes out there and he cooks a nigga like Sammy, it works. He gets positive. He doesn't get booed. Trick did. I don't think you niggas are realizing the magnitude of what we're dealing with. Trick Williams doesn't get booed. And he is burying Sammy. Burying that nigga. He said he smelled like 10 pounds of bounce that ass and he made him sick. Insane work. Insane work. Great shit from Trick. He's not getting booed. Like, so like, what do you do with shit like that? You know, it's, oh man, listen, I just gotta sit here and actually think about what they're going to do with talents like Obafemi, with talents like Powerhouse Hobbs, eventually talents like a Kylie Armstrong, talents like a Kaylani, right? Eventually talents like a Jordan Grace, talents like a Sol Ruka, and I just don't know if they're gonna utilize them properly, because where the fuck is what's Ray Phoenix doing right now? I'm telling you right now, there was a lot of Trick chants during that Ray Phoenix match. He wasn't supposed to be getting those. It's shit like that. Like, what is this company going to do with that kind of momentum? They're not going to capitalize on it. No, they're just not. Oh man, this company needs to fucking implode, bro. Honestly, it needs to fucking implode. Listen, I'm not even gonna lie. The whole Tommaso Ciampa thing with Johnny Gargano, also like, oh, I lost my referee, I lost my best friend, I lost my tag, I lost it. Shut up. Get in the fucking ring and wrestle. All right, I'm sorry. Get Sheamus next to this nigga. Have him slap him upside the head a couple times. Tell him to get his ass in the ring. I'm tired. I'm tired of it. Is it funny for the internet's sake? Yes. Is it funny for agenda purposes? Yeah, it's pretty funny. I can't understand why someone like Johnny Gargano isn't just wrestling. And then you just put him on, and you put him on fucking main event and house shows. Well, like a 200, 1,000 cap audience. Like, what are we doing? Like, is that profitable to any of your fucking talent back there? Is it? Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, that Alexa Bliss, Julia, and Zelina match, that shit really could have stayed home. Again, they made Zelina's entrance just Aleister Black's entrance, which is like, more male-centered shit. That's awesome. Why would we give women their own characters? Why would we give women their own individuality? That's fucking stupid. Giving women independence and giving women a solo identity? No. Just make them like the guy that they're with in kayfabe. Yeah, because everyone wants to see that, right? Fucking horrendous shit. Alexa goes over. I think Charlotte Flair tongues her down after the win or something. I don't care. I don't really care. We're gonna be moving on to Jade Cargill versus Jordan Graceful. Now, chat. Let me know if I'm crazy. I'm gonna repeat the names one more time. Jade Cargill. All right. Big J. All right. Big Money. The Storm versus Jordan Graceful, all right? Maybe pound for pound, the most stacked, most built woman in that locker room. Who the fuck is sitting ringside? Sitting ringside at this match. You guessed it, Dirty Dom. Dirty Dominic is at the ringside of this fucking match, and it fucking hijacks the entire match. Everything. It is so damning. Honestly, it really is. It's damning what this crowd does to women's wrestlers and what this company fucking does to women's wrestlers. Liv Morgan came back from that injury. We all expected a really simple, really not simple, a really easy to execute Roxanne versus Liv match. Would Dom be there? Maybe, but maybe he gets crotch shotted or fucking thrown off the Titantron and now he's out for 2 weeks. We only get Liv and Roxanne. We only get Liv and Rox pops. Is that impossible? Women's wrestling, women's booking, women's stories, women's fucking creative. That is the backbone of this fucking business. Why is Dirty Dom out here during Jade Cargill's only title defense? Black women's world champion derailed by the fucking injured intercontinental champion from the other show. It's not like Mello out here. It's not like this is the same brand derailing shit. The other show. Why the fuck is Dom on Smackdown? And why is Jade Cargill's match now getting derailed by Dominic Mysterio? And it's her only defense in 100 days. This company in Minecraft needs to fucking implode. Listen, I don't understand. If you don't see the game plan here, if you can't see it, that's fine. That's fine by me. They put Obafemi in a poem segment backstage. We're just gonna leave off on that. Obafemi poem segment. Jade Cargill derailed by Dominic Mysterio. Women's Dominic Mysterio's last title defense. Insane fucking shit from this company. I mean, it was honestly, I got a wind of that, and I just tuned everything else out. Like, that really fucking blew my mind. Cause him even being out here, I'm like, okay, Liv Dom shit, Liv Dom lore during a Jade Cargill match. Awesome. Lucky me. Lucky us. More Liv Dom shit during a fucking women's title match. How lucky are we? But no. We weren't just that lucky to get that. We were lucky enough to have the crowd indulge in the bullshit. You know what I want every person to do that was in this crowd? I want you to personally empty your fucking bank accounts and you go to Saudi Arabia next year. That's what I want you to do. Since it's so much dirty Dom with this fucking company that gives none of these wrestlers any creative. The small slice of creative that they fucking give these women's wrestlers. World champion caliber women we're talking about here, right? You derail the match. Troglodytes. In fucking sane shit. This company's awful. This company is fucking horrendous. And I will rip Tony Khan 13 ways to Sunday about how the fuck he books women, all right? We can talk about Athena, all right? We can talk about Willow Nightingale. Listen, we can get into the weeds about this shit. There is no reason for Dom to even be on this show. Zero, zilch, nada. We're moving on to the next segment. All right, the MFTs no-sell Ilya Dragunov chops. Ilya Dragunov. Toa Lunga. No sell. God. Oh, God. Last match of the night. All right. Jacob Fatu, Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, triple threat. You remember what I said about Cody Rhodes trying too hard to be the Superman and how that led to a rebellion in AEW? Doesn't it kind of seem like we're slowly finding our way back into a Cody Rhodes Superman storyline? Like, I don't know if I'm crazy. But when you just think about the build that Hangman had towards Mox, right? And I guess I'm just only doing this because I really don't want to keep thinking about this company and the lore that goes into this kayfabe because it's stupid and it's nonsensical and nothing ever fits anything, right? But when Cody Rhodes, when he was, going towards everything with Roman Reigns, right? And then you compare that to Hangman, a lot of people would probably say that Cody was a lot better. A lot of people would say that, right? But the aftermath has had Hangman, right, try to find himself in a team, right, with Hangman, revert back to those dark tendencies, right, and forge new alliances with old enemies, right, which I think just on terms of kayfabe, him working with Swerve, him trying to, absolutely murder Powerhouse Hobbs and Shibata, not that bad, I don't hate it, right, but with this Cody shit, right? With this Cody storyline, Raheem, oh god, I can't wrap my head around something. Why is he just allowed to keep winning? Right? Because Hangman, right? Like he's probably gonna lose to Andrade, which is still a part of the post-Mox storyline, right? Him trying to find his footing after the world champion, blah. But if Cody just is allowed to just win this elimination chamber, I'm gonna tell all of you, there's going to be a lot of unhappy people. There's going to be a lot of unhappy people if Cody Rhodes wins this elimination chamber. It's not the right time. I'm sorry, Cody, but you gotta, and it's so damning because they had Apollo Crews. They had Apollo Crews on fucking television tonight, right? Or they had Apollo Crews on television last night. He's Apollo Crews. He was amazing. He always was, right? But imagine how perfect an Apollo Crews, Tama Tonga, Hakua, and Cody Rhodes Bullet Club would be. Imagine just how simple that is. Apollo Crews, Cody, Tama Tonga, and Taolona. No, that's AEW. Sorry, and Hakua, right? Hakua, Tama Tonga, Cody, Apollo Crews. Really simple Bullet Club. Maybe not call it the Bullet Club. Maybe call it the Click. I'm like, am I crazy? Because I feel like that is a perfect avenue for Cody to actually have a storyline with Sami Zayn, right? To eventually him to have a storyline with somebody like Jacob Fatu. Because Jacob Fatu, of course he does, he shows his fucking ass in this match. Like he always does. He's an amazing wrestler. Same shit with Obafemi. But you know what happens to Jacob? He gets screwed over last minute by Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, who, and I'm not crazy guys, he literally said Cody won't get a rematch due to the stipulation in the fucking contract. And it's like, oh my god, if they work towards Cody and Drew. Oh, if these niggas work towards Cody and Drew at WrestleMania. Oh my god, this shit stinks. This shit's a stinker. This is a stinker. This was a bad one. This was probably the worst SmackDown, maybe of all time. Maybe of all fucking time. Drew McIntyre is maybe the worst world champion this company has ever fucking seen. And I don't mean that like haphazardly. I don't mean that like in a lighthearted tone. I mean that shit genuinely. Every opportunity he could get for a decent 1v1 in kayfabe, he fucks up. Himself. He wants Jacob one-on-one. Why are you stopping a fucking match with you and Jacob potentially? Oh god, it doesn't even make sense because he's just out there, he's just ruining the match. He doesn't even stop the match because it's a triple threat. That's probably why these niggas won't fucking do 1v1s. Because the stories and the creative with the run-ins and the DQs and the maxed fucking buffoons, right? The masked jabronis, they're just allowed to fuck up these triple threats. Because they're not 1v1s. Because no actual thought in any of these fucking stories, alright? It's just run in here, run in there. Fucking sloppy storyline here, sloppy storyline there. Unfinished story here, unfinished story there. Do we know who attacked Jacob? We assume it's Drew. So why doesn't Drew want a 1v1 with Jacob? We don't know. We just don't know. Is Sami and Cody gonna go anywhere? We want it to. Decent match on paper. We don't think it is though. Two faces. WrestleMania. Is that gonna happen? Doubt it. Highly fucking doubt it. Oh man, I'm gonna go take some aspirin. I'm gonna go take some fucking headache medicine, man. This company blows. It fucking blows. In Minecraft, maybe one day it will metaphorically blow the fuck up. Who knows? Because I can't keep sitting through these fucking reviews, honestly. And more power to anybody that can, because these are doozies. These folks are doozies. All right, real shit. I'm not gonna hold any of you. Yeah, that was February 13th, 2026. I can't believe that this show was getting worse. No, scratch that. Road Dogg is booking this. I can believe this is getting worse. It's probably going to get a lot worse after this. All right, but all we can do is hope for the best. We'll have a One Piece 1174 coming up very soon. All right, there's a lot of other things in store. All right, as I always say, all right, you all stay tuned, stay safe, stay beautiful. All right, peace.